Hey, what is up, fellow Raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, and in today's Raid Shadow Legends video, we are going to go through the top 20 epics in the game. Now, this is my most requested video in my comments. Make a top list, top legendary list, top epic list, top champions in Raid Shadow Legends. I have put this off for such a long time because it is very difficult to really make a good top 20, top 30 list, and I wanted to make this top 20 because I wanted to challenge myself into cutting it down, because I could technically make this a top 30 and all 30 of those would be quality epics, but I wanted to cut it down to 20 so that this video would not be too long. And Plarium has done such a great job of putting out these great epics in the past few months. Some of these epics are actually as good as legendaries. All right, so before we start, I just want to share some two honorable mentions that did not make my top 20 list, and it's actually very painful to do this, and maybe I will get some violent reactions from my viewers, but yeah, put them down in the comment section below if you agree or disagree. First honorable mention is Skull Crusher. Now, he is one of three champions in this game that has this ally counterattack, and the other two are legendary. So he is the only epic in the game, but still I could not squeeze him into my top 20, so it's very painful. I actually pulled Skull Crusher very early in this account, so I used him in a lot of areas in the game early on, but I really could not squeeze him into my top 20. So yeah, the other honorable mention used to be regarded as the best epic in the entire game, and that is Tyrell. So yeah, so I might get some hate for this one, but I could not squeeze Tyrell in the top 20. Maybe it's because Plarium has been pushing so many good epics now that Tyrell has kind of taken a back seat. But yeah, he is unfortunately not in my top 20. He has the most consistent decrease attack A1 in the entire game, because this is a double hitter and each hit has a 50% chance. Other champions just have this on a single, like a 50% chance to place that decreased attack, but Tyrell has twice that chance. He hits twice, so each hit procs separately. This skill, a lot of other champions do this same skill, but a lot better. This one is on a 4-turn cooldown and places a decreased defense on all enemies. We have champions such as Stag Knight, which does this same thing on a 3-turn cooldown and places decreased defense and decreased attack. So yeah, so this skill has unfortunately not aged well in this game. This one I was debating with myself over this skill because this is such a great single target skill. Decrease the target's turn meter by 50%, and if the turn meter is fully depleted, it will place a stun for 2 turns. 2-turn stun with a 50% turn meter reduction. So technically, if that procs, if this works, that is a you can call that a 3-turn stun, because he technically starts with a 0-turn meter and 2-turn stun. So very strong crowd control skill for one target. So yeah, so this is a great skill, but yeah, I could not squeeze him in my top 20. Plus he has this great aura. You can place him in clan boss as your lead, dungeons, Doom Tower. But yeah, we now have a lot of great champions in this game. All right, so let's get started. This is not by order. I just placed the top 20 because it's very difficult to say who is first, who is number 20. So these are just the top 20 in no particular order. I'm just going to go through these factions right here. First one, Archmage Helmut. You'll get him in the secret rooms in Doom Tower normal. He has this AoE stun, which is very helpful, and if you're facing a boss so the stun does not work, or for some reason you don't land that stun, he will instead decrease the turn meter by 20%. So a very flexible skill, and he has this triple buff on a 3-turn cooldown. So excellent Archmage Helmut. And because you do get him from the secret rooms in the Doom Tower, a lot of players would get this champion very early on in the game. So he's very useful. Next one is, of course, Stagnite. Decrease speed A1, decrease attack, decrease defense AoE A2. That's it. Very simple, but very effective. You can put him in a lot of areas in the game as well. Next one, in the same faction, Ursala the Mourner has the best AoE revive in the game as an epic. With this, revives all dead allies with 75% HP, fills their turn meter by 50%, places an increased defense and strengthen buff on all allies for 3 turns. This is on a 5-turn cooldown. Excellent revive skill. All right, next one, let's go to High Elves. We have Royal Guard. He's not as effective in stages 21 to 25 because of the nerf that they did to the decrease enemy max HP champs, but still he's a very good champion. If you get him early on in this game, he will nuke down all of those bosses with this takedown skill. And do not forget, he also places a lot of debuffs on his A1 and A3. All right, next one, let's go to Sacred Order. Mordecai, the best AoE HP burn champion epic in the game, because of course when you're dealing with Spider in stages 21 to 25, you do want AoE HP burn. Plus, he has this decreased turn meter in his A2 and a decreased turn meter in his A1. So yes, Mordecai really must have for late game Spider. Next one, Deacon Armstrong, Leech A1, and then decreased defense AoE on his A2. And he also has this turn meter fill and decrease the turn meter by 15%, and then grants an extra turn. So excellent in Arena, excellent in Astranix the Dark Fae because of this skill. Plus he goes immediately after this skill, he goes into this one. So yeah, just an excellent combo there. All right, next one, let's go to Ogryn Tribes. We have Ugo. He has this AoE block buffs with decreased defense. We don't have a lot of epics that has AoE block buffs. It's a very important debuff to have, especially when you're facing those Doom Tower waves where they place a lot of buffs such as counterattack. So yeah, so block buffs is definitely a very useful skill to have, and she has this on a 3-turn cooldown, plus has this heals on her A3. Next one, we have, where do we have it? Oh yeah, there you go, Maneater. Okay, unkillable clan boss. That's all I have to say about that. Maneater, one of the probably the most sought after epic void in this whole game. Next one, Urogrim. Could give Maneater a run for his money as the most sought after void epic in this game, because he's technically a battle Khazar that's an epic. All right, because he places this 3 poisons, AoE, and continuous heal also for all of your allies. All right, next let's go to the Orcs. We have Duck the Pierce. Similar to Stagnite, he has a decreased accuracy instead of a decreased speed on his A1. Both of those champions have a double hitter A1. AoE decreased attack and decreased defense, and he has this nice provoke. It is not an AoE provoke, it's a single target provoke, but has a 75% chance to place a provoke on 2 random enemies. So it's a little bit weird, but it does work. It does work quite well. So it's a Stagnite with another skill, and of course it's also on a 3-turn cooldown, this A2 with decreased attack and decreased defense. So yeah, Duck, and also he is a defense based champion, so really stays alive a lot longer than the other champions. Next one is, who do we have here? There you go, Seer. Of course, Karma Burn, so gets used through those waves a lot quicker. Basically, if you want to speedrun, you would need Seer in your team. All right, now let's go to Demon Spawn. We have Allure, Fire Knight. That's it. You just need A1. And of course, for any other content in this game we're in, you need to decrease the turn meter of a single boss. Allure is definitely the king in terms of epics for that area. Next one, let's go to Undead Hordes. We have Dark Elhain. Now this you might wonder why I put her in this in my top 20, because she is excellent for one thing, and that is to counter Tormin in the arena. And that's it. She's not very useful in other areas of the game, but because Tormin is such a pain to deal with in the arena, Dark Elhain made it to my top 20 list because she is very she deals with Tormin like unlike any other champion in this game. All right, next one, Vogoth. So yeah, so if you're having problems with Bommel, or you want to have a very good defensive oriented arena team, Vogoth will help you out there with this passive, will keep your entire team alive. Next one, let us go to Dark Elves. Sylar. Before, she would not make my top 20 list, but because of the new additions to this game with the new Doom Tower waves, wherein you need to decrease accuracy and the need to decrease the turn meter of your enemies, she has that on her A2 and her A3. So Sylar makes it to my top 20 list for epics, and also she's void, so you won't have those weak hits. So yeah, so she's very useful for current content. Next one, which I don't have her yet, but I really want to pull her next time we have a ×2 void, is Madame Seris, Arena Queen. That's all you need to know. Alright, next one, let's go to Knights Rev. Miscreated Monster. Shield, massive shield, especially if you use him in the Spider. Also places stuns. That's it. Frankenstein Man. Next one, we have, there you go, Doom Priest. Useless A1, useless A2, but because of her passive, she makes it to my top 20 list. She will cleanse your entire team of 1 debuff every time she gets a turn, and it doesn't even matter if she has some sort of stun on her own. You know, if she's provoked, if she's frozen, she will still proc her passive every single turn, no matter what happens, which makes her an excellent epic. Even, you know, in those Doom Tower runs, those bosses, she does well. Skull Crown, she makes it to my top 20 list because if you pull her, you know, in early game arena, she will be excellent. She will wipe out the enemy team as long as they don't remove her unkillable buff, or they don't provoke or CC her. So she will nuke everyone down. So Skull Crown, one of the older champions, but still I think because she does what she does so well, double AoE skills, hits hard, plus with the unkillable passive, still makes my top 20 list. And the last one, number 20, is Geomancer. Take a look at this guy. You know, that face screams, I will kill the clan boss 20 times over. All right, so he is a clan boss damage dealing god. So yeah, so there you go. That's my top 20 list. Maybe you have some other champs that you would put in this top 20, and you might want to downvote or remove one of these champs. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. There are a lot of good epics in this game, but of course I just wanted to make a solid top 20 in my personal opinion. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you guys in my next video.